What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're going back to Dire Straits. Yes, indeed, Dire Straits fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from JFK, and this is actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, JFK. Hope you enjoy the show. JFK want to see me react to this? It is Dire Straits with a tune called Walk of Light. Now, have I heard the song before? Full disclosure, yes. Yes, I have. I've heard this song many times. Up until I did my reaction to Calling Elvis on the channel, this was actually my second favorite song from Dire Straits. This was number 2. It's a fantastic song. It's got a nice groove, nice feel. Whenever I'm feeling a little down or I start to kind of, question, reality and, what's the point, stuff like that, I will quite often go to this song and I will put it on. And it won't get me completely out of my funk, but it will definitely help lift my spirits a little bit. I dig this tune. Having said that, since I have heard the song before, I am not going to take this song into account whatsoever for this reaction. Now, from what I understand, this is a live performance. Now, Dire Straits fans, feeling you, okay? Feeling you, but we've had this issue in the past where people just don't listen to what I say in my pre-framing, and that's why I do it at the beginning and I also do it at the end. Since I'm not taking the song into account at all, I am going to be basing my reaction, my evaluation, and my score completely on the live performance, the visuals, not what we hear, what we see, okay? So, if we do this and we watch this and the live show, the visuals, they aren't the greatest in the world and we're down in the 6s or 7s, I am not going to tolerate people going into the comments and saying, and I quote, "This is one of the greatest songs ever written."
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
I love it when people do that. They did that on Calling Elvis, and I gave that a 9 and people were still complaining. Unbelievable. But no, I mean, it's not about the song in this case. I know the song. I've heard the song. I like the song. It's my second favorite song from Dire Straits. Well, up until I did the reaction to Calling Elvis. Now it's my third favorite song from Dire Straits, okay? I couldn't agree more with those individuals, but that does not matter right now. What matters right now is the live show from a visual standpoint, okay? Please, for the love of God, keep that in mind.
That's how I feel.
Let's see, this was posted by Single-Handed Knopfler, all one word, I kid you not, and the video has 3.8 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Dire Straits, Walk of Life live on the night 1993. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Already got crowd interaction. Look at that crowd all together. Back up a little bit. We're going to start the solo all over. We'll go here. That's fine. Okay. Remember, the song itself is a complete non-factor. Okay. I know the song. I like the song. It's actually one of my favorite top 3 songs from Dire Straits. Okay. I made that very clear during the beginning. So everything I'm going to be looking at right now is what matters as far as visual goes. Stage presence, check. We got that. So far, so good. Stage energy. I am going to give it a check, but it's a weak check. I mean, I've seen the bass player. I've seen the backing guitar player. They're kind of moving around their own little circle. You know, they are picking up their feet. They are walking around. They're not walking around a lot. They're not covering a lot of distance. But there is movement and motion there. Also, the percussionist back there is rocking out and having a good time. So I will count it, but it's a weak check. Okay. Stage interaction. So far, 0. We haven't had any. It's been everybody stays in their own little box, and that's pretty much it. So that's unfortunate. Crowd interaction. Okay. It's getting a check. It's getting a full check. Like the first 30 seconds of the performance, he was interacting with the crowd. You know, the side, this side. How about you guys in the back? How about y'all up here at the front? How about everybody in the middle? I mean, he was constantly interacting with the crowd for like those first 30 seconds. Now, since then, have we had any crowd interaction? No, unfortunately, we have not. I'm hoping we have some more. There will be opportunities for more later on in the song, I'm sure. But still getting the check. Definitely getting the check. Showmanship. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to give it to him. Mark's doing some things, you know, boogieing down with his guitar. That's kind of nice to see. The percussionist, like I said, is back there putting on a good show. So yeah, we definitely got some showmanship going. Production, we got lighting. Not kind of hard unless the lighting is very clearly programmed to go along with everything that happens in the song. I don't usually count it. And the lighting is good, but I haven't seen anything happening within the light show yet that screams programmed lights. So that might change. That might change. As it stands right now, it's pretty good. Nah, I'll go a little higher. I'll go really good, but on the lower side. You know, as it stands right now, we're somewhere like around a 7.1, 7.2. Still really good. So that's all right. I'd like to see some more crowd interaction for sure. And if we can get some stage interaction, maybe during the solos, that'd be nice. I'd like to see it. So let's see what happens. Look, we got over 2.5 minutes to go. There's a lot that can happen, good and bad, in 2.5 minutes. So let's see what happens here. That's showmanship. Interaction. Shoulder to shoulder. I'll take it. More crowd interaction. Good. Stock's going up. More stage interaction. Okay. All right. Saw everything I needed to see. Okay, so since I'm not, listen carefully here. Listen carefully, kids. Since I'm not taking the song into account here, I have to take everything into account that I did see, all the visuals. I got to take everything into account, weigh it against each other, and come up with a score. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Dire Straits with Walk of Life, a live performance of Walk of Life. Yeah, please remember that. That's going to be key here. This was a request from JFK, and this was actually one of JFK's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So Here you go, JFK. Hope you enjoyed the show. Okay, before I get my score, I need to say this one more time, unfortunately, but I do have to say it one more time because I know for a fact there are people who watch the channel who skip everything, including my reaction, and all they want to know is the score. What score would I give it? So they don't hear my preface, they don't hear my pre-frame at the beginning of what to expect, okay? So I gotta say it here too, folks. I made it very clear in the beginning, before we started the reaction, I made it very clear that I know this song really well. I'm very familiar with the song. At one point, this was my second favorite song from Dire Straits. Unfortunately, it got bumped down to number 3 because Calling Elvis, I did a reaction to Calling Elvis, and that became my second favorite song. So this got bumped down to number 3, still in the top 3. Nothing wrong with taking on the bronze, folks. But since I know the song, I can't take the song itself into account here. I've never done it before on the channel, and I never will. From day one, it has always been, if I know the song, I can't react to it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I've never heard the song before. That'd be dishonest. And as you know, I'm always going to be honest with you guys. So I'm not taking the song into account here. So before you guys feel like getting on your keyboards and, complaining about the score, and saying, well, this is one of the greatest songs ever written. Please understand, I agree with you. I do. I think it's a great song, but the song is a non-factor right now, okay? So, having said that, this score is based completely on the visual aspect of the performance, okay? And we'll go down all the criteria, I promise. And when we're done, the score I have here will make perfect sense, all right? Let's start off with that score and let's see how this goes. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that an 8.3. Yep, 8.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.3. What does that mean? Well, an 8.3 would translate to a great scale rating. So yeah, overall, I think the visual performance was a great job. I think it deserves a great score. It would also get 4 out of 5 stars and an A- letter grade. Yeah, let that one sink in for a second. So there you go, an 8.3, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. So I'm giving the live performance an 8.3, and I have my reasons for it. Let's go down the checklist. Let's see how many boxes they checked off. Stage presence, check. Yeah, they look like performers. They don't look like roadies walking around the stage going, where's my power drill? Where's my ratchet? Where's my gaffer's tape? Where's my Allen? No, they didn't look like roadies. They looked like performers. They looked the part. They acted the part. So they definitely got the stage presence down without question. Stage energy. Yeah, check. It got better as the song progressed. We did see some more movement and motion. We even saw people getting out of their boxes and walking around a little bit. That was nice to see. So yeah, they absolutely had stage energy. Could we have had more? Yeah, we could have had more. Absolutely. I love it when people say, what are you looking for? People doing, butterfly kicks and cartwheels, and my personal favorite, being shot out of a cannon. That's my personal favorite. To this day, nothing is ever going to top that. No, I'm not looking for those things. What I'm looking for is just effort. I'm looking for some effort. And we saw effort. We did. Could we have seen more? Sure. The other guitar player over on stage left, he could have moved around out of his box a little bit. Sure. Mark could have moved around a little bit more. Get away from his microphone, get outside of his box. Maybe he could have gone over and interacted with the guitar player over on, stage left. But we didn't see that, but we saw enough. We saw enough to get the check for stage energy. And it's not a weak check, it's a solid check. Let's see, stage interaction. I'm gonna give it a check. Yeah, we saw some interaction. Mark interacting with the guitar player over on stage left. There was 3 feet of distance between the two, but at least they were facing each other and playing to each other. We also saw at one point the bass player leave his little box, come over to where Mark was, and get shoulder to shoulder with him. That's 2 nice examples of stage interaction, okay? Could we have had more? Yeah, we could have, but we had enough to get a solid check. Okay, so again, another solid check. Not a super strong check, but a solid check. Crowd interaction, we had a bunch. We had it at the very beginning, within the first 10 seconds of the performance, we had crowd interaction check. You know, Mark's up there talking to the crowd, pointing to the crowd. How about you guys over here? Can you hear me? How about you guys over here? You doing all right? Everybody in the back doing okay? And he's talking to the crowd and pointing to the crowd and interacting with the crowd. So right away, that box was checked. And then we came back, we did more with the clapping, engaging the crowd, getting the crowd to clap along with them. And we didn't just see Mark doing it. We saw the bass player doing it. We saw the sax player back there doing it. We saw the percussionist doing it. I mean, we saw a lot of people on stage doing it and interacting with the crowd. So that absolutely gets a check, and a strong check at that. Let's see, showmanship. Yeah, I'll give it the check. Sure. Mark was putting on a little show, you know, getting down while doing the guitar playing, and the percussionist always puts on a good show. It kind of reminds me of Steve Reed a little bit. That percussionist definitely likes to rock out and put on a good visual show when he's playing. It looks like he's having fun. So I will absolutely give it that. Production. Okay, this was the one check we didn't really get. Nothing gave any signal that the lighting was set and pre-programmed to work with the song. I never saw anything that, gave me a clue as to that. But then again, like I've always said about production is just bonus points. It's not super important unless you're a production-based band. Then your production better be on point. Because that's the only check you're gonna get. There are bands that literally just stand there. They don't move. And the only reason their live show looks good is because of all of their production. I think you probably know one of the bands I'm talking about. They've been on the channel a lot. So yeah, if their production's not on point, then their score's gonna be awful. So yeah, that's how I came up with that 8.3. Could they have done more? Yes. Did they do enough? Absolutely they did enough. They did more than enough, okay? And that's how we're getting up to that 8.3. I would actually, if I'm being honest, I would give the live show about an 8.1, okay? So why am I giving it an 8.3? Well, I did say that I do take how well they play the song into account. And yeah, it's slightly, like seriously, 2% at most. 2%. Well, 2% would be 0.2 at most. So they got the most out of it. So that's how I got from an 8.1 to an 8.3, was because they did a great job playing the show in a live setting. So that's how we came up with the 8.3. Hopefully that clarifies. And in closing, I have made this abundantly clear throughout the course of this video. I'm going to say it one more time. The song itself is a non-factor. So if you want to go into the comments and you want to say, something to the extent of, this is the greatest song ever written, or this is one of the greatest songs that Mark ever wrote, or this is one of the greatest Dire Straits songs we've ever heard. Number one, I agree with you. Okay? Number two, I'm just going to block you. I don't have time. I don't have time to deal with that. I just really don't. So if you're going to be the kind of person that's going to waste my time and put that in the comments, just consider yourself blocked, all right? And please, guys, it's an 8.3. When you break it down, it's an A-. If you're going to complain about getting an A-, I can't help you. I really can't. I would kill for an A- when I was in school. So anyway, 8.3, that's where we're at, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.3, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.